Hey, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be sort of discussing. This is a 1958 American Vintage reissue, the first one, not the AVR 2 that they've currently got. So this is from like 2013, something like that. That's when they made these. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because these 1958s are pretty rare, from what I understand. I've never seen one. I didn't know they exist. I mean, you can Google them and find them. But yeah, you don't see these every day. So I figured I would buy it and uh, talk about what it's like. Because, like I said, if somebody was interested in this, it'd be kind of hard to, uh, it's probably not going to be somewhere in person where you can see it, and you probably have to order it online. So I'm going to compare it to um, a couple of different things. But like I said, really I've been sort of on a quest for these last like about year trying to find a really good telly. And this is a really good telly. Like that is not there, that is not in question here. This 1958 reissue is an incredible instrument. I've played the American Vintage 2 and the American Vintage 1, the 51, 52 telly. I'm not sure which one is which, so I'll call it the 2 being the Vintage 2 and the 1 being the Vintage 1, not to be confused with it being a 51 and a 52, because like I said, I don't remember which one. But the Vintage 2 had a really big thick neck, and the Vintage 1 had a pretty decent neck. I like that. But there was just something that wasn't quite, it just didn't quite do it for me. The lacquer on the necks was like really thick, and on the fingerboard, it was very hard to, really hard to manipulate and move around. But this thing has a really nice neck. It's like not like super slim, but like decent size. The lacquer feels really nice. It does get a little sticky, but not too bad. You just whip the cloth out and wipe it off and you're ready to go. This one in particular was kind of beat up a little bit. Very natural, natural relic. Whoever had this before me played this a lot. You can look at the scratch guard, and there is if I can get it in the reflection, there is a ton of wear on there. And they swapped this. This originally came with a white guard, a 4-hole guard, or 5-hole guard, and someone put like a regular Tele guard on there. Which, like I said, I kind of dig the black and the black and the white. But yeah, the neck on this thing feels nice. The only thing, the tuning is a little strange. I feel like I crank on the B string a lot, and it doesn't really move. And if you do any crazy bends, probably need to replace the saddle back here. It's got a wear spot down in it. I don't know if you just heard that, but it just it does some of that action. But yeah, like I said, this thing is really nice. But the only thing is we're really hard to find, and if you do find them, like they're really expensive. Like we're talking close to used custom shop territory for one of these. And I've never played a custom shop. I'll be honest, but I don't know if this is close. You pay $500 more than what these are asking for, and you can get a custom shop 59 or whatever, used secondhand if you're waiting. And like I said, you'll a lot easier to find one of those than one of these. But yeah, like I said, if you could find one of these for a decent deal, I'd definitely try it. Like I said, it's a great Telecaster. This thing's super light. It's only like 6.4 pounds. Like I said, it's got a ton of mojo. It does the Tele thing. It sounds great. It's got those special 58 vintage pickups in it. But yeah, like I said, I dig the board. Like I said, it's a great Tele, but like I said, you got to get it for the right deal. So, all right, well, like I said, I just want to make a quick sort of review kind of deal on these things because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of information out on the internet that I could find about these. And if you ever come across one, now you would know. All right, have a good one.